All right, Rowe Launch Station, Discovery Cube, Discovery Science Center. So this little cabinet goes on top of this guy here. Not too crazy. One big giant Lord's party, actually. So Lords and rivets. So, but with that being said, let's get after it. So the shell, it's 063. It's going to have the outer hard candy shell. We're going to have like an inner frame, and the backer, again, all 063, trying to keep it light. These guys here are going to be sort of retainers for the face. I'll go over that. Kind of a new system there. And then the 09, I did do 09 for the base. That way it's going to be where the power goes. Plus it's also going to have some beef just to give it some strength. And then you're going to have retainer or jiggies that's going to hold all the retainers together. White face, that gets to first shot. It's got graphics. And then we got this new system here, 3/8 acrylic, that's going to hold the face in. So we'll get to that. So like I said, I don't think there's going to be really room / it's 063. So I didn't want to like wake up the welder and get too hot, do too many bubbles and things like that, because it's going to be so close. So the whole idea is that you're going to do an inner soft candy shell, little gooey center here, and then we're going to Lords on the outer pieces there, and that's going to create the face frame. The face frame is, what do I do, half? Yeah, so it's going to have a 1/2 inch sort of retainer in. This will be the face here set back, and then this kind of holds it all together. So, but the main thing is it's going to start with the 2 rings, just like the Lord of the Rings. So you're going to have the face ring and you're going to have the back ring. You can see there in green. So you're going to take the back ring. Where's our back ring? There it is. So the back ring there, and you're going to take the face ring, and you're going to go ahead and Cleco together the sort of inner part, the blue here. But also you have to trap at the same time. You have to trap. Well, I guess you don't have to do it at the same time. But like I say, this is going to be one big Lord's party. So you're going to Lords on the face jiggy ring onto this, inner C channel, but you're going to want to also Lords on maybe after, I don't know, but you just don't want to get any Lords blobs in the way. So I think you might want to just sort of Lords the whole thing, but you can do the face first, and you're going to Lords on the inner guys here. These guys here are going to be what actually holds the face in. Because of the weird way this assembles, we're going to do it this way, where you're going to have like this part here Lords in, and then this tab's going to stick out, and then that tab will be ready to receive the 3/8 acrylic later. So you're going to be able to take the face, the white acrylic face, once this thing's all assembled, and you're going to be able to put that all the way in and just let it bonk. And I thought that we could caulk it in or silicone it in, but I didn't like the fact that you wouldn't be able to adjust it. If anything changes, it's kind of a pain in the booty. So I figured I would give this a try. Going forward, maybe this might be a solution for us. So you'll have this sort of flange stick up, and then what happens is the 3/8 then traps the 3/16 acrylic. So you can see I have the parts here, and I got this part here. So you can see where it'll sit there and kind of trap the face in once everything's all said and done. But you got to make sure that these flanges get Lords all together as one big squish party. So you have, like I say, you have your first face ring, the 090 face ring, that goes on the inside and holds the whole blue part together. This part gets held together with your face ring. But you got to put these on the back side of the face ring, Lords it, and then your hard outer candy shell gets Lords onto this frame like we do. That will then give you that external stick out on the back side, and it'll give you your front. So you can see where the blue C channel stops there, and then this will curve around. So it's like a multiple step Lords party. But you also, don't forget, you got to Lords in your back ring the same time you do your face ring. So you're going to do your back ring, you're going to do your face ring, to get these guys going, to get that inner C channel going. Once the inner C channel's going and you have these together, then you're just going to lords the outer part on and then clean it up. And then that will be where you put your back door in there. Back door will take the LEDs as well. The LEDs go on the back right there. I have the score mark. So just make sure that's the visible area. So just make sure you put LEDs on that, and then that will light up the entire face. Everything's good to go. Now, once you get this whole cabinet built, ready to go, then you can do the base. How low can you go? It's not really, anything difficult. The base, you can possibly rivet together. You'll rivet onto the bottom, obviously, like we do. Maybe a little bit of lords and a rivet, but you'll be able to put that on there. But this guy here, yeah, you could probably go ahead and tack this together to give it a little bit of strength. And the base right here will go and get attached to the top of the cabinet. They'll just frap that down there. They'll get rid of these brackets. And they'll be able to put the base on there. And then the switch will stick out the backside on this over here. The switch will stick out on this side. It's going to be wired up for a keystone. So you're going to take this guy, rivet this into itself, and that will give you a spot for a keystone and a couple of ground wires, whatever works. And then you're going to go ahead and rivet or tack that in here. Make sure you got proper bonding. And then over here, I got to check to see if I did order these or not. I think I might have ordered this in, but if not, I gave you a cord grip. And we are going to do a NEMA cord out for them. And theoretically, they could have like a socket. If not, then they can just redo this and they can hardwire that. I think they are going to be doing all this. If they want to run some conduit up to this, then they will have they will have a 7/8 out right here, a trade knockout. So this could either work for trade or not. But for right now, you're going to go ahead and put the cord grip in there, and the cord grip will hold this. So get that all wired up, and it'll be kind of plug and play for them. This part here, you go ahead and tack the ends in, and then the ends will be put on the bottom here. So that way they go ahead and mount this, frap, get it wired up. Power supply will be exposed. You'll have your switch and everything. And then this guy here will slide over. And obviously I have the notch there for the cord grip. And then I have the notch for the switch. So it'll look, like this right here. So it'll slide over, switch will poke out. And on this end, that knockout will be there. And again, I'll check to make sure I ordered all that. But that's so this is from the face. So on the left side will be on the back side. You'll see the cord grip. And then you'll have switch over here and your power supply. So that's kind of how that looks. Orange, like I say, the orange will be permanently installed. And then this will take the number 10 screws. So 6 number 10s that can take this off. And you'll just run your LED cable from the inside. Put a big enough, do a generous leash to where it'll comes down here and then works its way through this little, put a Heiko in here and then go ahead and give enough to where it can kind of collect in here. But that way, if they do need to take, this off, they can go ahead and have enough play to kind of take this off. They probably would take the back off anyway to get in here. But anyway, so just in case they want to take these 6 screws to take this off, make sure there's plenty of blue leash for them to play with. So, but anyway, yeah. And then you can see I have everything numbered and lettered. So face is F, and that's up, and that's top. So the face guy, and you have 1, 2, 3, and 4, even though technically these guys are mirrored. So they are kind of the same, but just watch out for that. So looking at the face, you have your T and your B. And then you have 3s over here, 4s over here, 1s over here, 2s over here. So just make sure everything works that way. But again, the same thing with the face jiggy and the back jiggy. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. Just make sure everything works the same. You can tell the face is thicker. It's beefier to handle all this nonsense up here, this quadruple stack of nonsense show title. And then the backside is it's skinnier to allow for more room. Plus the backside has the clearance holes for the number 10s to put the back on. So when it comes time to assemble everything. So hopefully that makes sense. Nothing too big. Hopefully, if Danny, you're going to do this, good luck. We're all counting on you. Make sure you get all your your clamp size on the right side, and make sure you get your numbers all where they're supposed to be, and do everything in the correct order. I encourage you to go ahead and Cleco everything together first, dry fit everything, make sure everything works, and then it's one big Lord's party, and make sure it all squishes together really good, and make sure it's nice and strong. So otherwise, that's it. If you have any questions, hit me up.